Awesome. So welcome to the recording as well for our Christmas cook along. This is the second one. So Angela and myself are going to be cooking together, and I'm going to flip over and Angela will give a wave. I'm going to go over so you can see Angela.
Hello. Welcome.
Angela's going to be doing part one of the fruity mince tonight, aren't you, Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah. And next week you'll finish the rest of the fruity mince tarts. So that will be.
So the idea is for the week it can soak in the brandy or, just soak up in the juices. So
Intent. Great. I can't wait. And they're one of my favourites to make each year as well, since the TM31 days. And I'm going to be doing one new recipe which I haven't done before, which is snow cones. And we're going to be making a syrup from real fruit. So I'm going to do watermelon syrup. So I haven't done that before. So I thought that would be a great one to practice and see if you'd like to do it on Christmas Day, if it's hot for the kids and the family to cool down. And I'm going to be doing an old favourite, which is Parmesan Shortbreads, and that is fennel and chili. We'll be flavouring them. Now, some of you might have seen them before. We have done them in previous years, and they're just so delicious and moreish. I thought we've got to put it on the menu for our cook-alongs. As I mentioned, this is the second one, and there's one next Tuesday as well. And if you missed the first one, we can get you a copy of that. We're putting it on YouTube, and you can watch it and cook them as well, because this is a cook-along. Or you can just watch tonight. I'd love to know if anyone's cooking along. Karen, Jacqueline or Kelly, any of you guys cooking along tonight or just watching? Let me know in the chat box, or feel free to come off mute. We may as well make a start, and feel free to come off mute, ask questions at any time. Just watching, yep, no worries. Feel free to ask questions, and hopefully we inspire you to give these a go. I'm really intrigued with these snow cones and see if the kids like them. So what we'll do is we'll start. I've programmed them into my week. Karen's just got home from work. Oh, I hope you've had a good day. The first one is called tri-coloured snow cones. Now, don't think you can quite see everything. It's probably just a little bit of an image on the screen that you can see. But look up
just can't see you.
Not quite, yeah. Look up tri-coloured snow cones, or if you just type snow cones, there's lime ones and strawberry ones and all that. These are Australian, and I believe they are from the kids' party book. Now, Jacqueline, hello, you've said something to me. I'm just going to have a look. Oops. Kelly, I think you've managed to share your screen with us somehow. Okay, Jack said, just watching also as never used Zoom before. Yay, I'm glad. I wondered whether you joined any of these before, Jack. That's so good. Welcome. All right, so I'm just going to hit start cooking, and it's asking for pineapple. I just remembered this has got 3 syrups in it. So I'm going to scroll down to the watermelon part, because you don't want to see 3 different syrups made. So I'm going to tap on the watermelon paragraph, and on your TM5, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got TM5, you can do that as well. You'll scroll down on the full view and then just tap the arrow, and it will take you to the part of the recipe that you want. Now, and feel free to ask your consultant if you can't figure that out. All right, so first we got the scales up and watermelon. So I've just chopped it into rough pieces, and we're going to pop that in. So we're going to I love how we can make things additive free just from like real ingredients. It's one of my passions, and one of the reasons I love the Thermomix, because we can make so many colors and flavors in our food from real ingredients. Now I'm just squeezing the lemon straight in. there's no seeds in this one. And I'm using the spatula as a little bit of a sort of, I don't know what the word is actually, a muddler or something to get that juice out. I've got 30 grams of juice. It was 250 grams of watermelon. And I believe we'll need some sugar. So let's see, some caster sugar. I've just got raw sugar. I'm going to pop that in, whack that in, and you could go lower if you wanted to. You could use pretty much any fruit. It was 250 of pineapple and it was 250 of mixed berries as well. So different ones. I'm going to whiz that for 20 seconds. Oh, you're trying to cast to your TV. I don't know how it let you share screen. That's pretty funny, isn't it, Kelly? I'm going to do 20 seconds and maybe you guys could talk amongst yourself for 20 seconds while I whiz that up. Alrighty, so now it says without measuring cup. Let's take a look, shall we? It's basically juiced up our beautiful watermelon. Oh, that's actually smelling really good. It says without measuring cup. So we'll take that one off and just turn it on. So it's 10 minutes. Aroma temperature, so we're going to be making a syrup. Speed 2, it says cooking until syrupy, prolonged time if necessary. So, of course, you could tap on your timer any time and add some time if needed. But we will let it do that for the 10 minutes. And then we might head over to Angela's kitchen. And she's going to be doing fruity pear mince tarts. So, over we go.
Hi, welcome everyone. So yeah, I'm going to make the fruity mince tarts. So this week the aim is just to do the fruit mince part, and like I said, yeah, just let it, marinate for the week. So the recipe is fruity pear mince tarts. So I'm just going to scroll down past the dough and the marzipan and to the fruit mince filling. So it just says to place orange zest and in the mixing bowl and grate for 10 seconds. So just do that. So I've got a nice orange here and some zester. So what I'll do is just take the lid off and I'll just zest, try not to get any white bit. Zest that straight in. Go around gently so you're not getting the white pith part. That can be a bit bitter.
And Angela, if you don't have a zester, you can even use just a really good sharp peeler and peel your zest.
Okay.
Up to you. Just I didn't know if you knew the tip.
No, that's a good tip. I can do
because
it.
It's up to you. I just thought you might benefit from that tip, and others might, because it's easier to clean peelers.
Yeah.
See how you go. It has to be a pretty good peeler though.
Yeah.
Just so you know, because you can peel lemons and limes and but whatever works
I don't
best
think
for
my peeler's quite up to that.
you.
I might stick to this way.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Quick, so we'll just do that. So the idea is just to get most of the zest off. Pop that in. So yeah, of course, the Thermomix could have.
I think it might be written in the recipe that it will whiz it up for us. Yeah. Same with custards and things like that. We can literally just peel an orange or a lemon and try and not get the white pith, and can flavour our custards. just with some sugar and corn flour, whizzing it up will make it really fine, which is
So
great.
that's the orange zest in. And then press next. And yeah, like Jess said, then it can whiz up, but we won't have to whiz this up for 10 seconds, but that's on speed 7. So next, it says to add 750 of pears, peeled cores removed and cut into quarters. So I've went down to the local, I'm lucky, I live at Blackwood, and just at Coromandel Valley, they've got a lovely orchard, Magarey's Orchard. So I went there this afternoon, got some nice pears and a Granny Smith apple, actually. I thought I'd mix it up a bit. So we'll just add 750 of pears and apples. So I've just cut them into quarters. There we go, 767, that's pretty good. Next, 250 of caster sugar. You always put 250 in, Jess, or a bit less?
Yeah, we can definitely pop less, like half. Sometimes I even put some dates in instead of sugar, but yeah, just halve it. Just halve it. Definitely. There's actually a recipe clone of this one in the recipe community, and it uses apples and dates instead of pears and sugar.
Yeah, and I had a look at you can buy jars of it, you know, ready for Christmas to make your pie at Foodland. And I was looking at the ingredients, and that had apples and fennel in it too. So I think you can put all sorts of things in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So I put 170 grams of sugar, but yeah, please yourself how much sugar you put in. So then you put your lid on and your measuring cup. And it's telling me 3 seconds on speed 6. I'll just and that's pretty good. I might just do it a little bit longer. Right, it's pretty good. Not just the Granny Smith apple, I think. I'll just whiz that up one more time. I don't think it will need 3 seconds. I'll probably just do it go to 1. Get back to my recipe.
I'd love to hear if anyone's made this one as well. Has anyone tried the Fruity Mince tarts?
And then it says just add all the remaining ingredients, which is basically, so let's see, what have we got? We've got orange juice in there, flaked almonds. Okay, better start. So put the sugar in. Okay, so we've got cranberries. Where are my cranberries gone? Cranberries, 100 grams of cranberries. Get it back to the scales. Hang on a minute, sorry. There we go. All right, 100 grams of cranberries. There we go. And next, some currants, 130 grams of currants. So this is, yeah, some of you might have already made some of these before, I don't know. I know my cousins in Melbourne, they have a big pudding day each year and they all get together and make their Christmas puddings together, which is nice. And I keep saying I want to get over there and do it one year, but yeah, the last couple of years, COVID's made that a little bit tricky.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. Do they do that in December or November?
November they usually do it, and then I'll get together and make up a whole lot of puddings. Yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
And some glazed. Actually, I've got unglazed. Just some, yeah, ginger. 50 grams of ginger.
This one would be great for hampers as well, and that's a fun thing to do together with some friends, is make a few things and swap them. Get your thermies together and swap things for a hamper.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to have I think on Saturdays, I'm going to have a Christmas baking day this Saturday.
Oh, lovely.
Make up a few things. Oh, sorry. Excellent. Gift box for people.
Oh, lovely. That sounds great.
So that's some ginger and flaked almonds. 60 grams of flaked almonds. So it's really good having the scales. Just, yeah.
Definitely.
And next, lemon juice, 40 grams. And orange juice. I'll just quickly squeeze some of this orange juice. There's so much fruit around in the shops at the moment. It's lovely, all the berries especially. I'm enjoying that. Has everyone got some idea of what they're going to have on Christmas Day organised?
Who's got that organised already? I'd love to hear. We've actually started making a bit of a plan with my mum.
Yeah.
But everything's a little bit up in the air, not knowing who's coming and going and all that. But we have got a plan. And actually, if anyone wants to join Thursday night, I'm going to pop on a session at 7:30 this Thursday, which is all about menu planning for those that haven't planned yet. And also we'll actually make a little menu that you could give to your guests, and that will be like we'll do that on Canva together. So a little bit different. It won't be cooking Thursday night. It'll be making a pretty little menu to give to guests, and also make the menu if you haven't done it already.
Okay, so now we're up to the spices. So this is a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of cloves. Now, I don't have ground cloves, so what I'm going to do is get another clean bowl and just quickly ground some cloves, because I've just got the whole cloves, so we'll just do that quickly.
Who's got 2 bowls? Who needs a second bowl? Hopefully we'll have a host reward coming up. Often, it comes in early in the year, so we might have an offer. We don't know yet. Haven't heard any word, but if anyone's after a second bowl, might want to tell your consultant, because they might be able to help you with one next year.
Right, so I'll just do it for 10 seconds, maybe a bit more, 15. So this is the manual mode, and probably speed 10.
those milled spices before. We did nutmeg last week, and that came out beautifully. I added that to Christmas pudding, actually. How did that come up, Angela?
Oh, wow, it smells like the dentist.
Oh. Is that fine enough, or does it need longer?
I reckon probably 5 more seconds.
Alrighty.
Closer.
No worries. I'll show everyone my watermelon syrup while you're doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, another 5 seconds. So it's literally cooked, and this is the watermelon syrup for the ice cones or snow cones. Looking quite thick. Some of them, I think it's berries. It says to strain it, but this one it doesn't. So we'll just leave it at that, and we need to let it cool down. So I might pop it in a bowl, and then we need to let it cool down, and then put it in the fridge. So I'll just pour that in. It's looking beautiful. Smelling yummy. Cooked watermelon. Haven't had that smell before. Let's see if Angela's got her cloves done. And I'll let that cool down. We'll head over to see how the cloves are going. And I can see Jacqueline says I ground all my spices from whole. Yeah, much better flavour, isn't it? Is that long enough now, Angela? And you're muted. You're muted.
I'm unmuted now, I think. Unmute.
Yep.
Now?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
How is it?
Yeah, no, that's looking good.
And sometimes if it's not fine enough, you just probably might need a bit more. And then, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes spices need a little bit more than just a teaspoon or whatever. But
no, I think that's good.
If that's fine enough, okay.
I'm happy with that. So we'll go back to this bowl.
Excellent.
And go back to my recipe. All right, so the cloves, next, nutmeg, teaspoon of nutmeg. And cardamom. I did find cardamom. Jess, I got Indian cardamom. I don't know if it matters.
Should be fine, I suppose. Do they look normal? Oh, you've got powder. That'll be fine.
Then what else have we got? Oh, whoops. Okay, so now we put the mixing bowl in.
So it's cardamom, nutmeg, clove, and was that all? And cinnamon. Lovely.
Cloves and cardamom. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then, so now we've got to cook it for 35 minutes on the Verona heat, which is the really hot heat, on speed 1.
Fabulous. All right, we'll leave that cooking with you then, Angela, and we'll jump over to my kitchen. Thank you very much. We'll see the rest. We'll see it at the end, what it looks like, possibly. And we'll see the rest of it off our mince pies. We'll make them next week. So if you wanted to make your mixture after this session, you guys could do that, and you'll be ready to make the mince pies with us next week. And you can even do gluten-free version or gluten version. There are 2 different versions depending on what you need. So I've popped the watermelon syrup aside. I'm not going to do the pineapple syrup and the berry syrup tonight. I did buy pineapple, but we'll just do that one syrup. Going to let it cool down for 10 minutes and then pop it in the fridge until needed. I have ice in a thermo server, and we'll crush that up. We'll give it a go at the end if possible. But now we're going to go on to the third dish that we were planning, and that is the Parmesan Shortbread. Has anyone made that one before? It's called Parmesan Shortbreads with Fennel and Chilli. You done that one, or have you eaten it before? We used to do it at the cooking classes if you were fortunate enough to attend one of those prior to COVID. So I think the last class I did with this was in Murray Bridge. So this is, we're going to do the shortbread, and they're so moreish. I really recommend you try them. So we've got some fennel seeds. Now I've got little yogurt jars from the mix shop, and they can convert into spice jars. So you can buy the spice jar lid with the two different openings, and even those stickers, they're available in our mix shop as well. So you can convert everything and have them labelled. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in of the fennel seeds, and I've just got the yogurt lid on that one, not the spice jar lid. That's all good. And 1 teaspoon of dried chili. So I'll put 1 teaspoon in, and we're going to crush those up, and I think we'll set them aside. Now I'll just grab a lid. Okay, so it's just 3 seconds speed 8. It doesn't really crush it that much. I might just change it to 4 seconds because I remember it doesn't really crush it much in 3 seconds. And maybe you don't want it crushed that much. That's the other thing. You might like to see your spices whole on top. But no, that looks good to me. Oh, it smells good. Oh, oh. I think I breathed it in a bit too much. Oh, actually, is it? I'm going to have a drink. Just a sec. Excuse me. It smelled really good, but I think then some went in my nose and in my throat. Wow, aromatic up the nose, literally. So it smells like the aniseed because it's fennel. Have you guys ever grown fennel before? If you have, you would have ended up sorry, ended up with fennel forest. When you touch the plant, it smells just like this smells. So chili and fennel, be careful or you'll cough like I just have. We'll put it aside, and then we're going to get on with the rest, and I'll have another drink. Alrighty, hopefully I'm not allergic to fennel. All right, so now it's Parmesan. So, of course, remember you need to chop your Parmesan into cubes or your cheese into cubes, and that will protect your scales of your Thermomix. And you don't want to go above about 250 grams when you're milling anything hard. Now, so the cheese is going in, and it's going to get milled for 10 seconds. We'll do that. Alrighty, let's have a look. So it doesn't want us to tip it out. That's handy. It just wants us to pop in some flour next. And I think I've tried this with gluten-free flour. I've got normal plain flour today because I want them to work out. Sometimes, as you probably know, if you're gluten-free, can be hit and miss, but this one should be okay if you use a nice gluten-free flour. Now we've got some butter. So this was homemade butter. Luckily I had just enough, and I grabbed a little bit out of the freezer. So when I make butter, I put some in the freezer, and I only had 80 grams, and I know shortbread needs butter, so I've kind of tried to get some out of my little frozen pack. So I just will take that out of the freezer. But every time I make butter, I will put one batch into the butter barrel. Excuse me. Another drink. That'll teach me, won't it? Getting too close to the fennel and chili. No more talking for Jess. Okay. Must have been chili went down. Okay, that is the butter. And if you haven't made butter and you like butter, definitely give it a go because it's really good. Now, egg yolk. So 1 egg yolk, pop that in. And 2 pinches of fine sea salt. Now, have you guys made standard shortbread before? It's usually a sweet one, isn't it? The savoury version. And very, very delicious. We're going to mix all that together. So it's just the parmesan, the egg, the butter, flour and the salt. Let's combine that. Alrighty, let's have a look. Tip out onto a lightly floured surface and lightly knead for 30 seconds. All right, let's have a look. Okay, that looks pretty nice and combined. If anything, it looks quite wet. Okay, let's get our thermomat. So if you don't have a thermomat, make sure you talk to your consultant. These are what the new ones look like, and really handy with that round thing in the middle. Tonight we're actually doing a log, so we don't need it to be big and round, but if you wanted to give a big round one for Christmas, that would be a great idea to roll it out into a big round circle, and you could give someone a ginormous shortbread with chili and fennel on it and they would love it. But we're going to do it into a round log. Let's have a look. What does it say? Into half. That's right. Lightly knead until smooth and then halve. All right. And for getting your mixture out of your bowl easily, make sure you hold at the bottom of your handle, not here. You get a sore arm. Hold it down here and you'll be able to get everything out. Use your Thermomix spatula to scrape around the edge with your diagonal side. So we're going to give a nice firm scrape around the edge and get all that out, and make sure you do clockwise. It's looking nice. I'm going to try and get you a bit lower. There we go. And then I'm going to actually scrape the edge again. There's a little bit more in there. It's all cheesy. There we go. Nearly got it all. It's looking great. It's not going to need much hand kneading. Oh, smells good. Cheese does. Now, I've got pretty much everything out. Often I will use the straight part of the spatula to go around the centre, but that's almost gone. There is a tiny bit under one of those blades. So I'm actually going to jump out of the recipe by pressing home and tap on the speed, and I'll just whiz it up for 1 second up high. And that will get anything that was under the blades. And it wasn't much, I don't think. But there you can see, it's now on the edge of the bowl. So I'm going to get another teaspoon or tablespoon sometimes, depending on what you're making, out. So look at that. So then what I do is wipe it against the edge of the bowl. See if you can see. Yep. I wipe it on the edge there, and then I can flick it down. That way I don't have to, say it was a dip or something, I don't have to like wipe it on the edge of the dip bowl, make it look ugly. I just wipe it on the edge of the Thermomix bowl, and then it's much easier to get it to fall off the spatula. So hopefully that was useful. Now what I'm going to do is bring you down a little more and bring back that recipe. It's pretty nice and combined already and smooth and soft looking. So I'm not actually going to have to knead that hardly at all. And what I'll do is I will halve it. You can see some of the dark yellow egg in there. So look how beautiful and smooth that is. Hopefully you can see it in the light. Just beautiful. And often with shortbread you do have to chill it. Excuse me, now my nose is running from that chili. That'll teach me. And halve, that's right, lightly deep and hard. I keep trying to use this strawberry one. I'm going to get rid of it. Don't want strawberry shortbread. Actually, that could be good for a sweet one, right? Shape each half into a long log with flat ends. So that's what I'm going to do. I remember doing this now. We're going to have 2 long logs, and we want them about 2.5 centimetres in diameter. So we want it not very big because they're going to be little bite-sized morsels that we create. So let me do that. You can always, if you're making a big log, you could use your thermomat, this thermomat, to help you make it nice and smooth. So you could use it, go like this and smooth out a log. So I've done that with gingerbread and some other biscuits. I think it was cranberry and almond. And I've popped them in the freezer, ready to chop. I've wrapped them in baking paper, excuse me, ready to chop and then bake straight from the freezer. That's one. If anything, it's a little bit skinny. But that's all right. We'll leave it. I went a bit overboard with my rolling. We'll make this one a little fatter, and then we can have 2 different sizes. And remember to make the edges flat, so that will make a nice flat biscuit at the end there. What's our time? 10 past. Okay. Yours is still cooking, I imagine, Angela. Was it a 40-minute cook for your fruit?
30. It's got 20 minutes left.
Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect. Perfect. We'll be able to see what it looks like. Now, this one looks a lot better. So it's a bit shorter, but I think this is a better size, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. There we go. Now, we need to pop this into the fridge for 45 minutes. I'll do that for a little while, and then I'll bring it out just so you can see the next step. I'm going to roll... I could just leave them in the thermomat. Why don't I do that? Then we can save paper. It does say cling wrap, but if you're anything like me, you want to try and minimise plastic, then please, excuse me, please use your reusable things. So I'm just going to wrap that one and wrap that one. And if you need a thermomat, you can get one by inviting somebody to one of these sessions. Actually, you need to invite 2 people to one of these sessions, and you can qualify for the host rewards. I'm just going to pop that in the fridge, and then we'll be back to do some other things. I could even put it in the freezer. That would speed things up, and certainly that's what we've done at some cook-alongs before. I did a 2-hour cooking experience with someone, and we made chocolates and chocolate salami and things like that, and we just kept putting things in the freezer, and that really sped things up. Now, that's going to be pretty easy to clean, but if you did want Thermi to clean it, you could do pre-clean, which is my favourite. My favourite mode. So that's going to go into the fridge. What's next? And then towards the end of that 45 minutes, you pop your oven on. And what we're going to do, we'll need 2 trays. And what we'll do is we'll slice up those rolls. And we'll simply, I think we put egg yolk on first. I'll just check. Brush with beaten egg. And then sprinkle these spices on top of each one. And a little bit of salt, I reckon, yeah, salt. and then you bake them. So it's just the egg on top, and we'll do that if we've got time. What's next, I wonder? Why don't we do the rest of the snow cones? So hopefully this bowl's clean. Yes. As a consultant, you can earn multiple bowls. That's going to help me to speed up this class. If not, if I wasn't doing this on screen, I would literally just rinse that out, and I might actually do that. I probably could use this one for the ice anyway. Just going to rinse that, and then you could keep going. Like, it's really simple to rinse. That's pretty much clean now. Anyway, we're going to leave that one. So I'm going to press home to get out of there. And let's go back to recently cooked. And then we might have a look at cookie dough and have a look at some other great ideas that we're going to be cooking. Tap on snow cones. And resume that one. Yep, we're going to start a new recipe. Okay, clean and dry mixing bowl. We have that. And let's place 1/2 kilo of ice cubes in. So again, thermo server. That one's actually free at the moment with the Thermomix. You get your thermo server and your barbecue cookbook for free, which is awesome. I'm going to just pop that in. About 500. Oh, that one's a big lump. Alrighty, so with aid of spatula, okay. Do we have a clean spatula? I'm going to have to just give that one a wash. You never have too many spatulas. Remember, this is the only one you want to be using in your Thermomix while it's going. 30 seconds, guys. It's going to be a bit loud, so feel free to do something else for 30 seconds. Maybe pop in the chat box your favourite Christmas things, or what you're thinking you might want to cook this Christmas day or festive season. I'd love to read some of your ideas. Alrighty. Okay, let's see what our crushed ice looks like. Have you guys crushed ice in your Thermomix before? Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like Christmas. Look at that, Angela. Looks white like snow. Snow cones. Let's have a look. Scrape down sides. And
that's amazing, Jess.
yeah. And then it's just a syrup. Oh, it's sticking to the sides almost. So it says to scrape down and then whiz it again just for 10 seconds. All right, we'll do that. Whiz it up again. Alrighty, let's give it a stir if you hear it stopping. Oh, Karen's going to give the red and green Christmas shortbread a go on the weekend. Fabulous. I think that's our one of our #1 favourites at Christmas time as Thermomix consultants. Here's an ice cream scoop. Paper cones. Hello. So now if we had paper cones, I didn't think this part through, but if we had paper cones, you could make them. Do we have paper cones? No, I don't think so. And then, so it's served from this, and then you would do the other half of the ice, which we don't have to do. We won't do that, the other bit of the ice. We've got plenty of slushy stuff here. So let's go through and do the same thing. Now this syrup's not cold, girls. So we need to get the syrup nice and cold. the fan, maybe with the fridge or freezer. I have a little scoop. I believe these are available. The kitchen toolkits are available now on our mix shop, so you can go have a look. But let's try and scoop that up into a clear glass so you guys can see it. Let's do it in, we'll do it 2. It would be nice if they were matching. Oh, I could probably get a dessert glass. That would be fun. Maybe I'll do it the next batch once it's cooled down. So I've just got a clear glass and could use our little scoop up some of that snow. It's literally snow. I'll see if I can make it round. There we go. Scoop some up. 1, 2, maybe a third one, hey? 3. So I've just got the ice in the cup. And then I believe drizzle 2 tablespoons of desired syrup flavour over each cone to serve. That's it. Now, as this hasn't, I didn't put it in the freezer, but I'm going to try it out. We'll see what the girls think of it. They can test it out for us. Hopefully they like it, because the cooked watermelon smells a little bit unusual. So I'm going to try pineapple and berries next, but let's have a look. Let's put it on. So it was about 2. That's quite thick. It's thickened up a lot. Let's see. Kind of smells like tomato juice for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not making it sound very appetizing, am I? All right, so that was real watermelon, real lemon, and some sugar. And this is what it's looking like so far. So I'm going to have to make the other flavors, and maybe I should try some, shouldn't I? And then the girls can try some after. All right, I'll try some because I've never done this before. Let's put a little bit in my mouth. This is what it's looking like so far. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It does smell like tomato juice, cooked tomato soup juice, but it tastes like watermelon. Yay! So I'm going to, I have no idea why it smells like tomato juice. I'm going to give that to the girls. Or Julius, you can try it and see. And it's already starting to melt down here because my syrup was warm. But yeah, pineapple would be great. Berry would be great as well. I'm going to try those ones next. And there's our beautiful crushed ice. So this could be a great idea. And remember, there's lime and lemon flavors, any flavor pretty much you'll be able to cook down into a syrup. If it's too thick, and say with the berry one, for instance, just put it through a strainer and you could strain out any seeds. So that would be really useful to make your syrup that way. So I'm going to pop this syrup in the fridge and that will be ready to go. Do you want to try it, love? Or get the girls, they've been actually waiting for it. You tell them they can, yeah, tell them they can come and get it. So we might have a look at the bickies. Should we have a look at them next? And then we're nearly finished our session, and we'll look at cookie dough too. And also Angela's fruity pear mix. Hello. Do you guys want to try the watermelon slushy? Do you guys want to try? It smells like tomato juice, but it tastes like watermelon syrup. It does. Here, try. Serve some from there. Oh, not there. Serve some from here, Jolly.
Oh, I don't like it. It smells like farts.
Well, just try it. Try it. Should we give Maya a take-home cup?
It smells pretty good. Why does it smell
Just
like tomato?
I don't know.
Does that have mint with it?
Mint would have been good. It's watermelon. Cooked watermelon. Maybe I'll get someone else's opinion. Here's that's the syrup you put on. It's not chilled though.
Does it taste like watermelon?
It tastes like watermelon.
Wait, can everyone hear us right now?
Everyone can hear us right now, and it's recording, and it will be on YouTube. All right, so let us chop. So remember not to chop on your thermo mat because you can slice it. So I'm going to pop that on my thing. Now this isn't chilled enough, so you will want to wait till it's more chilled. But I'll just show you what you want to go for if you'd like to see that. So what we're going to do is just slice the end.
All right.
It's all right. We're going to do pineapple and berry next. That was the first time I made snow cones. Now, if this was more chilled, it would cut and stay in the round shape. And so what you would do, you want your round shapes good, and and we will pop each round on a tray, eggs, and then the spices on top. Let's grab my tray.
Come straight back out, okay?
Oh, my tray's not ready for using. No worries. Okay. Have you guys got some rose gold trays? These are amazing. They do come with liners, but I've just noticed my liner I used to cook bickies on them. I might just turn it upside down. That'll be fine. All right, so these liners are awesome. Means you don't have to keep buying baking paper. So we're just going to pop them on, and then you're going to whisk up an egg. Pop those. See ya. See ya. You're going to pop those all on the tray. Remember to turn your oven on, and then we'll sprinkle with these. So might do that. I think you guys can get the picture. I've got a little brush like this, again from the mix shop, and I'll just whisk up. What I do is just whisk up an egg and paint it on.
Okay, I'll get it after.
Paint it on each one, and I'm going to pop these back into the fridge so that they will be easier to chop, so I won't do all of them. So I just pop an egg into a little container and give it a quick whisk with a fork. That's how I do it. And then I just use whatever brush you've got. Mix Shop's got this one and maybe some other types. I think it's got silicone one as well. And I'm literally going to paint each one like that. So this is a great job for kids to do. That's quite therapeutic, that painting. And then I'm going to put a few of them on carefully. They'll just be on your tray. These are going to be so tasty. So tasty. And a little sprinkle of salt. And then they can go in the oven once I've done all the others. So please give these a go, even if you can't have dairy and gluten. If somebody you know can have them, they will love these as a gift. You know, you can pop them in a jar with a ribbon, and these are so moreish. So please give them a go. And we'll see, Angela, when yours are finished. When yours are finished, let us know. Another few minutes, is it? 5 minutes. Oh, I can't hear you, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We've
now.
got 7 minutes, but
Okay.
I can just stop it and we can have a look.
Yeah, why not?
Sorry, I'm not that ripped yet.
So what we will do too is we'll have a quick look in Cookie too, as well. When we stop, it makes you wait for 20 seconds, doesn't it, Angela?
I've got 4 seconds to go.
Okay, no worries. I'll bring Cookie Do up in a sec. Once you can show everyone. It'll just look like mushed up fruit. Let's have a look.
Lovely.
Look at that. It's so easy, isn't it? Was that pretty easy? Was that easy, Angela?
Very easy and it smells fantastic. Smells like Christmas.
Smells like Christmas. Awesome. So we will look forward to seeing that next week. The rest of it. And I'm just going to bring up cookie dough and we'll have a quick look there for a minute. And just a sec, where's cookie dough? There we go. We've got lots of cookie doughs up. All right. And has everyone got cookie dough on their phone, a recipe app? Cookie dough on your phone makes things a lot easier at Christmas time. Whack them in. Just a sec. Create your shopping list. That's right. My partner's reminding me. Oops. Yep, get hubby to put it on his phone so he can do the shopping. That's right. And of course, if you shop at Woolworths, then it's connected to Woolworths as well. Now look at these. This is the raw chocolate covered Christmas puddings, and this is a recipe I've created. I did do a cookie dough 3.0 session the other night. So if you'd like a recording of that, I can send that to you. This is a recipe I created. It is on the recipe community. So for those that don't know, we've got a free recipe community.com.au, and you can find my raw chocolate puddings on there. If you do a search, just type in raw choc covered Christmas puds and it'll come up. But let's just have a look. So I think it was Karen mentioned you were going to do the red and green Christmas. Let's have a look at those. I'm just going to look at my Christmas folder. So if you guys don't have a Christmas folder, I recommend you create one during the year. You can throw things in, and then at Christmas time you can just check it. So look, there's the one we're doing tonight. One of them. The spice nuts are amazing. They're always good. There's a sweet one there and there's a savoury one. Michelle Boyd was saying that she finds this one the best one, almond shortbread biscuits, if you're going to make biscuits. I think I've only done it once, and I used like wholemeal flour and substitute and everything, and they didn't look like that at all. I've made this gluten-free Christmas pudding last week, which was amazing. So if you'd like that recording, we can, as well as these biscuits, I'd highly recommend cranberry and pistachio cookies. Delicious. Angela, there's the gluten-free fruit mince pies.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, there's raw chocolates. Nougat I haven't done. I know a few people have said it can be tricky. I haven't gone there yet. But there's those red and green Christmas shortbreads, similar, I guess, a little bit to what we've done tonight. And look at the ratings, 230 ratings, 4.8 stars. So they're really popular, really, really good. But yeah, so lots of ideas. So if you type in Christmas into the search, let's do that. So up here, Christmas or Christmas gifts. Then lots of look at that, 910 results. That's because my default is set to English. You might still have your default set to Australia if you haven't been in touch with your consultant recently. So I'll just quickly show you so that you can bring out all these amazing recipes. Oh, look at this spinach puff. That looks interesting. Up here in your profile, so we're going to, hopefully you can see it's not behind my face, profile, view profile. In there, you can set your filters. So click update filter, and then what you're going to do is decide if you want to see all English from every country, in which case you would tick English, and you would actually deselect Australia if that's what yours has. But if you don't want to see America, so imagine you don't want ounces and you don't want your shopping list in ounces, then you'll specify which countries you want. So you would choose Australia, What else? There might be some English in Malaysia. There might be some English in Singapore and Sweden, Switzerland. You could tick them if you wanted, or you could just tick the UK. There are so many in there. So if you're trying to avoid ounces popping up in your shopping list, just make sure you don't tick the US. But if you don't mind and you really want everything in English, all you have to do, remember, is have no country selected, tick English and hit save. Then you will actually have access to 9,000 recipes instead of 3,000 just in Australia. So I've got 9,300. And again, say you wanted Christmas, we've got 910, but you might just be looking for main dish meat or main dish vegetarian, or you might be looking for drinks, 100 results, or you might be looking for baking. So whatever you want, you can tick in your filter, and that kind of thing you actually do choose each time you search. The only thing you can set as your default is the language and the countries, like I just showed you in your profile up there. You can do that from your app or from your computer. Hopefully that was helpful. Any other questions about cookie dough or any other help that you need setting your setting yourself up for Christmas? I've just changed from recipe view to collection view, and I've typed in Christmas. We get the UK one and a few of the mini Christmas ones. Festive flavour hasn't come up. I'll type in the word festive as well. Oh, I spelt Christmas right? I think so. Oops. Just a sec. Festive. And look at that. Detox. That's coming out in different languages. I have noticed that collections will bring up different languages if you haven't got your country selected, but normally recipes, it's fine. So yeah, Christmas Day, that one looks interesting too. I haven't seen that one. No, is that 10 recipes? Ooh, sticky buns. This one looks all right too. Peppermint chocolate bar, eggnog ice cream, and chocolate orange steamed pudding. Nice. Smoked salmon. Wow. And mulled wine Bellini. Woohoo. Let's see which country this was from, this collection. I'm going to scroll right to the end. Christmas Day, it's come from the UK and Ireland. So how about that? That looks pretty decadent, those ingredients. So what I do, I might add that to my Christmas collection. So scroll down to Christmas. I'll pop it in my Christmas Day collection rather than the gifts. Yeah. So I think that is about it. If you'd like to see what's in my Christmas Day collection, perhaps come along to Thursday night. I will be doing menu planning and also the menu creation. So you've got a physical or a digital version of a menu, teach you how to use Canva to do that. But we'll be looking at cookie dough, and then once we get our ideas, we'll make it in Canva. So I'll show you what's in my Christmas Day collection on Thursday night if you'd like to join. Any other questions? Yes.
I'm just going to add the brandy.
Oh, brandy time. Okay.
So this is all well and truly cooked. So I'm just putting it into the thermo server to cool down. So I might not actually add the brandy yet because it said to wait till it cools because you don't want to kill off the alcohol, I suppose.
Okay. Is that what it says?
Yeah. So I to cool slightly and stir through the brandy. So I'll just let that cool for a bit, but it looks great. And there's lots. It's going to make quite a few pies, so that's good.
Oh, it makes heaps. Sometimes I've found that there's mince left. Sometimes I do 2 batches of the pastry. Yeah, there's heaps of mince. Other times you could even make a huge tart, like instead of separate ones. We can talk about that next time though. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
Oh, that's all right. So did you make about, what, 2 dozen or so? Or you reckon?
Oh, how many? I can't remember. I think, and sometimes I don't do the marzipan shape, so maybe that's why I do 2 batches of almond pastry if I'm not going to do the marzipan, because sometimes I just make the pastry into the stars as well on top. But give it a go. You'll probably, I think by memory, I usually have some of that fruit mixture left, and then you could just have that with custard or anything really.
Oh, yeah.
If there's leftover. Thank you so much, Angela, and I love that white thermosaver. Has it got the lid? Have you got the lid on it already? So let's show us the lid. For those that haven't seen, the lid's actually clear. So that's perfect for summer, for like ice creams and sorbets and beautiful fruity dreams. So that's another host reward. I didn't know we were going to be speaking about host rewards 3 times, but there you go. And remember, inviting somebody along, you can access the free host rewards. Even if you invite 2 people to watch these types of sessions, you could qualify for one of those white thermosavers for $30, or one of the silver ones that I was using for $30 as well, just for inviting 2 people along and sharing the Thermomix love with 2 people who might be curious. Well, thank you so much for joining us live, and for those that joined with the recording, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And please reach out to your consultant if you need any ideas or inspiration for what to cook during your festive season. And Angela, I'll swap over to you, and we'll give a wave. And well done, and we'll see you next Tuesday, Angela, to finish off our tarts. Yeah.
Enjoy your Christmas cooking between now and then.
Yes, exactly. Can't wait to see, Karen, your red and green Christmas shortbread.
Yeah.
I'll hit stop recording.